Well, let me just say I'm listening to my video from this account. I get knowledge that flows by. But before I let it disappear, why don't I just save it in the video? Well, there are most of you who know my voice by now. It's funny that you can judge the face by the voice. But if you never see my face, imagine if you see me, a 2 years old girl, and you don't see me a long time, you see me 36 years later. I like to guess to see if you really know that me. 2 years old girl, and 36 years later, 38 years old. Does the 2 years old speak like the 38 years old? Well, I can answer that. No. But there's a 2 years old right now in this world, which was me, one out of the 1,000 2 years old. That's why there's so many of them. It will be difficult for you to recognize the 2 years old that I was. Because my mother and my father was not the only one having sex that day. But what I was thinking just, where the consciousness is saying, the apple know exactly when the apple has to bloom. All the apple hanging, they fall down. You can eat them and throw the seed away. But the seed that you're throwing away is actually the big tree. And then why there is boom in my head saying, wow, I'm smiling. It is true. The apple know when to bloom out. Meaning, when your dick stands, the consciousness know exactly when to make your dick stand. And when the woman have a feeling, the consciousness know when she has to feel something. And when the two of you get together in the bed, you can eat the apple and throw the seed away, but the seed that you're gonna throw away in the condom is actually the big tree. It's actually that condom. The quantity of sperm that you're throwing away, when you put that inside of the woman, she is building a little tree inside of her. And when she gets that tree out, that little tiny tree is gonna grow up to be the biggest woman and the biggest man. So, instead of I let that thought disappear, I just capture it in a video. Maybe for some of us who give a damn. Take care to the positive bodies. Every single body that is making this world is blind. Blind as from the day inside the stomach. If you understand, when you go outside, you want to talk to the apple tree, you love apple, you want to eat apple, like standing next to the apple tree. Apple, please give me some apple. I pay you all the money you want. I give you all the damn money you want. I can buy you a plane. I can buy you everything you want. The apple tree don't understand your language. Because the apple tree don't listen to you. The apple tree listen to the consciousness. You can cut the apple tree open. You can't find any apple. How is it possible? I mean, let's go outside. Let's cut the apple tree in the middle. Let's see, maybe we can find the apple inside. You can see it. It's like cutting the human being open and you're trying to see if you can find the consciousness. The consciousness is the wind. Let you feel the passion. The consciousness know when to swell your stomach. The consciousness know when to make a photocopy. Like I say many, many, many times, it's so sad when we get in the bedroom to make love with somebody. We forget when we was going to the bedroom, it is only the two is going to the bedroom. The love is only between the two. And the minute they allow the condom, which is just the big apple tree, the minute they allow the condom to come inside of the woman, it is different. But when they allow the condom to go in the garbage, it is nothing, it's just fun. It feels so great. But turn the condom upside down and turn it inside of the woman, and the paint a body inside of the woman, and she get this picture that is coming out that make a photocopy of the face of the man, a photocopy of the face of the woman, 50-50 or 30-70, and there's this new picture. It looks different. Well, it takes two to make one. And there is this human being, and then you have a name for the human being. But the human being is empty, standing there, looking around, and then you say to the human being, "Hey, I'm your mama. Hey, I'm your papa." And then the human being started talking. 1 year later, "Mama, papa, mama, papa." And then the first time the child say, "Mama," "Oh, she said mama. Oh, she said mama." But the mother forgets she's the one who tell the little one to say, "I'm your mama." Only this time, the baby is playing back what the baby hear from the mama. The world is a beautiful place. But in fairness, there's nobody controlling the world. The world is controlling itself. I mean, right now, everybody is sleeping. In my street, everybody is a ghost town. I can go outside right now. I take a walk in the street butt naked. Nobody can see me. But in the daytime, when the lights come up, everybody have eyes to see. Everybody is walking outside. I walk in the street butt naked and like, what's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? What are you? The point is, when I walk out right now butt naked, there's energy watching me, but they don't speak. They can only speak when the body wake up to translate their voice. So if the body that is sleeping right now, the judge is sleeping, the police officer is sleeping. There are police officers who have night shifts, but nothing is going on in the police station. Do you hear any police car driving? I hear nothing. Everything is quiet. So, end of the day is, until we, the mothers that are in the house, which is the consciousness, until we, when we wake up in the morning, when we're dressing the kids, and when the teachers are getting ready to go to teach the children, the only thing they need to do, the teacher should not go to the school. Why don't the teacher just visit all the mothers? Go to the house. Go see the mothers. Ask them, talk to them, what they love. Ask them what the children love instead of the teacher thinking they know what the children needs, because the teacher is only passing on to the children what was passed on to them. Meaning that the teacher need to go to the houses, because it will only remind the teacher to understand he or she is not a teacher. He or she used to be those little children in the house when their mother and father was taking them to the same place they call the school. The school book in the cast doesn't move by itself. It takes the little girl who grow up to go to the school and say, I'm the teacher. It takes the little boys who grow up to go door to door to say, hey, you have to bring your children to school also. But they forget the only reason why they're doing that is because the same fear was passed on to their own parents when they don't bring the children to school. So who is God in the world? Who take the Bible to preach to the other? Who is really the king in the world when the queen is right now sleeping? Who is in charge of us? Imagine if I was also sleeping. Will there be anyone to translate this from the consciousness? Hell no. But because this body decides to stay awake when all of you are sleeping, and the ones who are opposite me listening, they can do two things: cut the video or block it or post it complete. So when the rest that is sleeping wake up, they will listen to what they did not let them listening when they were sleeping. So I can write it in my book, or I keep it to myself, or I can share it so we can defeat the darkness that is inside our mind the last 500 years. The saddest part is President Bush, if even he was Hitler, he was doing all the bad things in the world. Trust me, he will never kill more than the condom is taking the paint away, so we're not gonna paint more bodies to connect them in the fresh air. Understand, the children who are coming up, they will learn the story, the history about President Bush, but it will stop them from not learning their own reason why they are here. So until we understand that the condom that is thrown away, the baby that was not built at the time, is actually the little child that's gonna grow up to become the big apple tree. But you cannot see how many apples will bloom out of the big woman, or how many apples will be developed by the guy who will go all around to be a player and get all the women pregnant. But he will only do two things. He will only reverse the other ones who are living in this world. But again, what the point of having 100 people in the same age when they all go into the same classroom and reading the same subject? If we are 100 and then 70 is dead, we still 30 remain. But there are 70 homes in pain, 70 group of people in pain, bleeding, and the 30 group is still doing okay. But if you only understand the condom is not painful, learn to understand the picture should not be painful as well.